Good afternoon, Planet Earthgate TV. And now for the show.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Good Afternoon, Planet Earthgate TV, the only podcast,
the only afternoon show that's filmed in the morning and aired at night.
#1 intergalactical podcast.
Oh, yeah. Everybody introducing Dominic Leonelli.
Yeah.
Woo!
How you guys doing? Thank you. Thanks for all the love, you guys. And my co-host, the amazing Amy Jans. Let her hear it.
Thank you all. Thank you. Oh, my gosh, you guys are amazing.
This was Amy's idea to film in Times Square, so we're going to see what happens.
We'll see what happens. There might be a little bit of chaos out here, you know? But
I might become a father. You never know.
Yeah, Dominic, yes.
I would be a good family man out here.
Yes, exciting
nice
news
lady,
for Dominic.
Right?
Right.
You never know. Somebody might steal our camera. Either way,
right.
we'd show you the news firsthand. We talk about the stuff people don't want to talk about, right? Like
all
today.
Right.
What do we got on the episode?
So, Dom, what's the theme for today?
Theme for today is the myth of a fresh start.
Wow, that's so deep.
Now, listen, I grew up, my
Okay.
father would always say, you know, people mess up. He'd say, hey, listen, can we start fresh? Can we start over again?
Wow.
I love the fresh start.
The fresh start, it's so exciting. And, you know, like back to school time, it's like a fresh start.
Yeah, the new day of the diet.
Yeah,
You know, you're packing your
the
lunch.
New Year's Day.
New Year's Day is a good fresh
Yeah,
start.
but why is it that humans love a fresh start? Let's get into it, Dom.
I think it's because we don't like to get to the root of the problem.
I know. We like avoidance, and instead of dealing with the problem, accepting it, we just like throw it away and start fresh. But then you're just always in a cycle of, you know, whatever. Let's deal with it and grow. Okay.
300%.
So, anyway. All right, so
Give it up for the wind, our
give
co-host
it up for
today.
the wind, yeah. New year, new week, new journal, new main character energy. Humans are addicted to clean slates, my bad. Like the universe resets every Monday. We start over, make new rules, buy fresh notebooks. But why? So this episode explores the psychology and existential drama behind our obsession with starting fresh. Okay, what are we really chasing? A better version of ourselves? Forgiveness? Control? Maybe it's not about starting over. Maybe it's about finding peace when we're in the middle.
Well, you know, that's good. I think it might be the idea of it being, hey, now I could do it. This is the fresh start. But I think it's just another way to procrastinate. It's
I think so.
If you're really going to do it,
Yeah.
maybe keep that bad start as a memory. You know, you want to remember that.
I think so. Well, look at like, you know, I always read these articles about dating today and how like people can't get over that 3-month mark.
Yeah.
And I think it's because like people, instead of confronting any conflicts, instead of communicating, they just get rid of it. Like people are trash and search for something that doesn't exist.
Yeah.
So my point is, what if we communicated, learned about each other instead of trying to find something that doesn't exist? You know what I mean? Like, let's get real.
Should I keep the live going? I think we're giving them too much.
Do we got love on it?
We had about 8 people Discord.
Okay.
It went down from 30.
That's hilarious.
Sorry to interrupt.
Yeah,
I feel like that too.
Yeah, so I think like people, you know what it is? It's painful to do the middle work. You know, like people, they always fantasize. Anybody who's married, they always say it's work. You know, and people will be like, well, I don't want something that's work. But it's like, that's the beauty of it, though, is like doing the work. Growing, learning, and loving, you know?
Well, also, I think sometimes people just don't want to fess up. I've had friends, like, for years, and I always knew something was wrong, like an acquaintance. And then you find out later, they tell you when you hit that nerve, you'll find out this is why they never liked me.
Oh,
They're like,
shit.
that's your problem. You think I can never order food? I'm like, bro, I didn't say that.
That's hilarious.
I
But
just,
they'll be
you should have the,
it to get bigger.
10 years, a friend of mine. Mad
Dang,
over orders. Well, when we go to the
Damn.
drive-thru, he's like, let me see what I'll get. What about? I'm like, just no. He's calling people.
Yeah. Now
like,
let me
order
tell
your food.
you. All right, something like a therapist would be like to that friend. Is Dominic a mind reader? No. So why didn't you tell him?
Right.
That irritated you.
Yeah.
Am
Now,
I
would the
right?
therapist do it with that much attitude? You threw it in there.
I
don't want nobody to steal your phone. I'm just,
Thank you.
you
Thank
got to keep in mind we're in
Thank
Times
you.
Square.
Thank you. You're right. But no, I think humans need to communicate. So that friend, here he is having this little dumb thing fester.
Yeah,
Disgusting.
for years.
And like a tumor just growing.
And every time he ordered food, he thought about me.
Yeah. And you're not a mind reader.
Right.
That's called a cognitive distortion. It's called catastrophizing.
Wow.
Yeah.
Where'd you learn? I love that.
Thank you. Well, it's just about having feelings, and I had to teach myself how to deal with the feelings that I was born with. Oh, my gosh.
Right. Like, I quit rehashing the past. Maybe that's a thing with the fresh start.
That's good.
It's like, have a fresh start with that.
Yeah.
I don't want to think about something happened like when I was 7 years old. Let that ruin my day,
Well, how about this? Some people, they just keep moving for a fresh start. You notice that? Like, I noticed I was doing that. I was going New York, L.A., New York, L.A.
Yeah.
And then I had to look and be like, all right, this isn't going. Maybe my location's not the problem.
Yep.
Maybe I need to be more consistent. Maybe I need to find the gratitude, have acceptance.
That's the classic fisherman story. If you ever try to learn how to fish, you always see people fishing. The amateurs will move around the pond.
Wow.
Now, I'm not a professional fisher, but I know people that fish like really. And they say this. They say, they move around all the pond, but a real good fisherman learns how to fish in that spot.
Dang.
They'll learn how to catch fish right where they are.
That reminds me as a kid. All right, so when if my mom was late, my mom's a solid woman, okay? But if she was late, I'd get these abandonment triggers.
Oh, wow.
I'd be like, "Where's my mom?" And I go to find her. I walk around the whole school,
Oh,
and then my
wow.
mom would be like, "Plant your feet." She goes, "Next time, if I'm accidentally late, just stay at this spot.
Wow.
I will be there." But I'd never listen. I'd always be walking around the whole school trying to find my mom. But no, it's true. You just trust. It goes to trust.
Yeah.
Right? All
I
right.
think so. Maybe a little bit.
Anyway.
So was that the end of that segment? Yeah. We got the.
My bad. We didn't even get into it.
No, we got
Ooh.
segment 1. Okay, we got
Okay.
carried away. Cosmic debates. This is a cool one.
That's cool, yeah.
This is a fun one. Okay, so
Ooh,
is
I
starting
like this
over
one.
a brave act of reinvention or just organized denial? Now,
Okay.
it's cool we kind of got to talk about it a little
think
bit.
so.
I was going towards maybe the organized denial because it's like, just do what you want. There should be no
Exactly.
reason to buy the new Tupperware for the diet. Just buy the Tupperware with the healthy food in it. Be like, I'm starting the diet right now.
Whoa.
Yeah.
You know what? You touch upon something. I think consumerism, too, because, buy the new Tupperware. Starting over, I'll buy all these
it's a
office
holiday.
supplies.
It's
Yeah.
a holiday, New Year's Eve. Start fresh,
Wow.
diet pills.
It's about getting you to spend money if you think about it.
Happy Mother's Day, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
Happy Mother's
oh, my
Day to all
gosh.
the
Yes.
mothers.
We're filming on Mother's Day.
Next, they're going to have Amazon Start Fresh sale. It's going to be,
Wait, are you serious?
yeah, it's going to be a new thing.
That's a very smart holiday for money.
So we got, do new planners actually change your life or delay the anxiety for 3 to 5 business days? What are you saying, Amy?
All right, so I actually am such a geek for a planner. I have my own. Everybody check it out, Dream Nudge. I
Yeah,
got
you
my
love
own
to plan.
planner.
You're good at it.
I love a planner, and but you have to be consistent and stick with one, okay? Because I'd buy 100 different planners, okay? And no, you need one planner. You don't need 100. You don't need 100 highlighters.
Yeah.
You don't need
You need
20.
100 different things in the planner.
Yeah, so it will change your life, but you have to be consistent, and you got to just have one.
Do you start your planning the first of the month? Is that how you're like, okay, it's January, or the first of the week?
No.
Sunday
All right,
night?
let me tell you, there's no right way.
You're very organized. You're
Oh,
always on the
God.
ball.
That's amazing. Thank you. But no, honestly, there's no wrong or right way to start. The only wrong way is not starting.
Yeah, so you got to throw it in the
So-
planner. Well, I've been trying to schedule my YouTube videos. I never do it. I got to
That's
start doing stuff.
good.
I
Yeah.
want to learn Italian. I'm trying to juggle. It's like, you can't just
Wow.
decide to juggle 4:30. I'm juggling,
Yeah.
It's a tough thing. It's
Well,
got to
wait.
strike you.
Start micro steps. Okay?
What is that?
So, all right, if you start, for example, working out, okay, you don't want to work out. Just start with 5 minutes. 5 minutes, just start. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Then you end up getting that dopamine trickles. All right, so say if you juggle, just start with 5 minutes, okay?
I like it.
5
yeah.
minutes. Then you'll ended up doing more.
Okay.
So
5 minutes. I like that. I gotta
Yes.
adjust my back. I'm an old
Yes.
man. Let me
No.
get the seating right. Hold on.
All right,
Wait,
so
I
what
should
else
turn.
we
These
got going
tables are so weird. We'll have to turn the table. Let's see. Oh, yeah. What do we got going on?
Should we hop into Planet Earth trivia?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right.
Segment 2, Planet Earth Trivia Showdown, ladies and gentlemen.
It's a showdown.
Great job to our producers
Yeah.
for organizing. Look,
Oh,
we got
wow.
papers now. We're doing it.
We're very
right?
organized
We're
now.
out here. So, the theme is fresh starts and human rituals.
Woo!
Like waking up and doing 10 push-ups, right?
Do it.
Here we go. What percentage of people
Oh, I'm not good looking. My bad.
abandon their New Year's Eve resolutions by February?
Ooh.
A, 20%, B, 43%, C, 80%.
80%.
You're going C, 80%?
Yeah.
Well, you're right, because if there was a 90%, it would have been that, but it is C, 80%.
Absolutely.
I'm actually freaked out when somebody follows their New Year's resolution.
Oh my God, why?
It's just like, buddy, what's wrong with you?
Right. Well, you know what? All right. Well,
They start getting results.
that
You
is
ever
so
see somebody
funny.
starts getting results?
Yeah.
My one buddy just wanted big triceps, and he did this thing. I guess Rich Penna said, do 100 of these every night. You'll get
100
big triceps
100 of
with the
these?
dumbbell.
Okay.
15-pound dumbbell. You
Yeah.
lay down, you do 100 on each arm every night, 7 days a week.
Oh my God.
Get stuck to it.
Dang. Now, all right, do you know what in his brain was different?
I don't know, but who, Rich Penna's? Probably a lot. Or my buddy.
Well, you know what? A lot of times it's like if you think of your why, it helps with goals.
Oh,
So
yeah.
when I forget about my why, I can't do it for just me. You know what I
He
mean?
was trying to impress a girl in his HR department.
Oh,
And I was telling him, bro, that's the wrong, right away
That's
you
the
got
wrong
to go for somebody
department.
else.
Yeah.
I'm like, you got to pick somebody else, buddy.
She knows where the
Yeah.
files are.
Okay,
you know?
maybe hang
like,
out with the girl that's changing oil. She's not telling nobody what's going on.
doing what?
The one that changes oil or something.
the heck?
You know, she ain't telling nobody what's going on. She's
She lets
busy.
it slip.
Yeah.
She lets it slip.
She
No,
sells
oh
oil out
God.
the back. All right.
No, we're an ethical
Sorry.
love, guys.
This
Ethical
table.
love. Here we go.
We're making adjustments with our new setup.
Yeah.
I got a bad knee, you guys.
Oh no.
So what do we got? Okay, so here we go.
Okay.
You gotta ask me this question now.
All right,
And I
okay.
didn't look at the answer.
You don't know the answer, right?
No.
All right, here we go. Okay, Dominic, what's the fresh start effect? What's the fresh start effect? A, people are more likely to begin goal pursuit following temporal landmarks like birthdays or Mondays. Or B, you feel better when you clean your house. Or C, the feeling of a cool shower after a breakdown.
Oh wow, I got a lot to. I know about C pretty well. I gotta say B. I gotta say B because I clean my house. I feel great.
Yeah, I feel you. However, the answer is A, temporal landmarks reset motivation.
Wow.
And the source of that is Management Science, 2014. So-
Wow, that's
Dang.
awesome. Okay, I would have never
So,
thought
like,
that.
So is there something cognitive, like, what the heck is a temporal landmark?
I guess if you're hitting 40, like you might say, hey, I'm turning 40 or something. I knew one guy was telling me a little nugget to take with you. I was working a lot in my 20s.
Yeah.
And he goes, hey, you know, I remember there was this song, in my 20s, I'm going to do this. In my 30s, I'm going to do this. And then he goes, you know, in my 40s, I remember being 20 thinking, like, man, I'm never going to, 40s is so far away. And then he ended up, boom, he's in his 40s. He's like, I worked 20 years away. So he goes, stop and work, you know, and smell the flowers.
God.
He goes, he realized his 40th birthday, everything hit him. He goes, 39, I'm full on. I hit 40. You know
what?
I'm coming up
That's
to that
so
mark.
interesting.
I don't know if we should tell producers.
No, wow.
Now you know what I'm doing now that I'm getting older? My
What?
landmarks at 40 is I don't hang out with people that I don't want to. I don't go places I don't
Same.
want.
I don't need, you know, when I was younger, I felt the need to hang out with the random people. And the older I get, the more I'm like, I just want to feel good. I don't need a million friends. The ones
Yeah.
in my life are great. If I meet new friends where we all vibe, you ever meet people where you vibe and you feel good?
Yeah.
I'm like, I want to hang out with people I feel good, you know?
Yeah.
I
Go
get
to a
too
Tupperware
tired.
party or something.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't need to go here. I know where to get Tupperware.
Right.
You know, they get
yeah.
mad you don't reserve. You didn't reserve your seat.
That's
It's like, look, I
hilarious.
don't even want to go.
Oh my gosh, I'm trying not to gossip more, so I'm trying not to like.
Oh, you
know,
can't
meet
go to a
people.
Tupperware party then.
Oh yeah.
What do you say? You don't want to hang out with gossipers? I don't
Shit,
blame
I
you.
know.
It's a bad habit.
I know. It's
What's a
so
good thing to
bad.
do instead of gossiping?
Oh, talk about your goal, or I don't know. But then I'm trying not to tell people my freaking plans.
Well, you
'Cause I'll
can't.
tell them, and then I feel like I did them already. You know.
But let's say
Like,
somebody comes up to you and they're like,
yeah.
"Hey, did you hear about Big Head Gary down in accounting?"
Sometimes
You know?
if I'm like PMSing or something, I'm definitely like down to throw.
Yeah.
You know, like
What'd he do with his big head?
Yeah, fill me in. And then
He's
I feel
always-
guilty.
yeah.
And then I want to vomit at how gross I was. And then I'm like, I'm keeping my mouth shut.
I try
Next
to
time.
turn it. Yeah, I try
try-
to be like,
yeah.
"Oh yeah, nah."
Here's
you know,
my thing. I just say I'm Switzerland. I'm neutral.
Oh,
I'm
that's a good
neutral.
way to put it. I like
don't
that.
wanna hear-
I'm Switzerland.
Yeah, I don't know anything.
Switzerland, dog.
Yeah.
Switzerland.
It's kind of like a crime. Gossip is kind of a crime. So if you don't tell me what the crime is, I'm innocent. But the
Yeah.
moment you tell me the crime, I'm involved.
Here's the worst part
You
about
know?
gossiping. The
Yeah.
person that's gossiping with you,
Yeah.
they're going to go tell the other person. Then you think you're a good person. You're like, I don't
know.
want to tell this person.
No.
You know, I try to be like, oh, yeah, nah. I put stuff in the butt. When people start hating on comedians, I'm like, hey, I respect anybody going after it. And just end it, you
I
know?
know.
But sometimes it's,
100%.
I'll laugh and make it heartfelt. But
Yeah.
then you could tell people start getting serious with it. That's what's a
Seriously.
problem.
Well, and then if you don't say anything, then you're complicit or something. It's like, I'm exhausted. Please just leave me out of all gossip.
I fell into it
literally
hard.
fall asleep.
I worked
Like-
with this guy. We worked at a place, and it was like a temp office call center, and we all hated him because we always would drink up the free coffee. They give you a little bit of free coffee for, like, customers, but we just drink it all. Like, it's when you're waiting for somebody or coming in. So either way, we'd always see him carrying tons of coffee. We're like, man, whatever, man. We didn't mess with him because that whole year he works there, right?
You got a
We
free
found out he was the one
annual
bringing the coffee. We thought he was stealing it. He was bringing it.
Oh.
We all gossiped about him for years. Kid quit. I hate to say it. That's when we
sad.
realized. We're like,
At
where's
least
the
he got
coffee?
vindicated. Well, that's the thing. You know, when I realized people that you gossip about, like, it ends up not being totally the truth. I don't know. Everybody has good intentions. What if we just think about that?
Yeah.
I don't know. It's not easy. Anyway.
Well, we got our correspondent segment. We got our boy
Yes,
over here.
Holla Bob. What's up, Holla Bob? Okay.
Greetings,
Great,
you
guys. So
bunch of
Holla Bob
weirdos.
is actually going to take it out on the street, ask people a few questions. So, well, thanks, Holla Bob. We're looking forward to hearing the responses.
All right. Holla Bob. And remember, don't be asking nobody for their phone number, all right?
Yeah, like, stop hitting on people. Our HR department got so many complaints about Holla Bob. It's
Right.
like, dude, like, we have no money for this, like,
Sweet
HR
cheeks is a
situation.
compliment.
No,
You know,
that's
like-
the oldest line in the book.
Yeah.
Come on.
Oh, my God. Anyway, all right.
Okay, so we'll be back
So-
after these messages.
Yeah. Oh.
Hey everybody, it's Holla Bob from Good Afternoon Planet Earth. I'm the best correspondent. Forget Dominic and Amy. Like, I'm the best. I know. But anyway, so today's question is, I want to ask people, is like, if you could start over your life, would you, or would you just keep the same life?
It's for our podcast, Good Afternoon, Planet Earth. We ask questions. This is our correspondent
Hey,
from another
I'm-
planet. This is
Hi,
Holla Bob.
I'm Holla Bob.
I don't know if you can hear, but
Okay.
tell baby so she can hear.
So, if you had to start your life over, if you could start your life over again, would you, or would you continue with the same life?
I'll continue with the same life.
And why is that?
Because I love my life right now. I don't want to start it over.
I love that. Great. Where are you from?
I'm from Pensacola, Florida.
Oh my gosh. Do you have anything you want to promote, like your Instagram page?
Yeah, I'm at MV Petty MV Petty.
If you could start your life all over with no consequences, would you, or would you still live this life?
I live this life for sure
And why is that?
because I don't know. I love this life.
I love that.
Everybody, and we're back. Love all those responses. Thank you out there. So today's Humanities Hall of Fame is who, Dominic?
We got David Bowie.
Whoa,
What?
changes.
Oh.
Wow. Okay, so he's like the patron saint of reinvention. Okay.
Yeah, here, let me take this one. David Bowie isn't just a musician, okay? He was a shapeshifter, a new identity of every era, Ziggy Stardust, Aladdin Zane, the Twin White Duke. There's plenty more. Come on, we got David Bowie, right?
Oh, my gosh.
Ask Adam Sandler about him. Well, the most artists cling to a single brand. Bowie burned his down time after time to be safe, right? He was reinventing himself. He didn't just start over. He transformed.
That's
you know?
so cool. He
That's
totally
David,
did.
That's why he belongs in the Hall of Fame.
Absolutely.
You know, you guys, I highly recommend David Bowie. You know, I was confusing him with other people for a while, but
He's his own person.
he's his
you
own
know?
person. I gotta pop in some David Bowie, some Bob Bowie. No, that's his brother. He didn't make it. He used to play he was
Oh
a
my
jazz pianist, but either way, he belongs in the Celebrity Hall of Fame because he made starting over look like an art form, not a failure.
So
He showed
true.
us that shedding the old isn't fake. It might be the most authentic thing you could do, which is so true to what we do.
Wow, so
Entertainment,
true.
right?
I love that. Yeah.
So we got some questions about Mr. David Bowie himself.
Oh, really?
So we
I
got.
forgot to take that. That's a bad quote.
Oh, okay.
We can't use that.
Yeah, how
but-
many Pringles does he eat? We're not going to use that
Oh.
one. Let's go through with this. Segment 5. Guys, comment your favorite David Bowie song.
Interesting. Yes.
Right.
All right, and then just really quick, Earth's greatest mysteries. We wanted to know why humans think a new journal will fix their whole life. Theory 1, the blank page bias. We believe a fresh start erases the past. Spoiler, it doesn't. The source from that is Psychological Science from 2014. And Dominic, what's the second theory?
The second theory is they think they can control the chaos. Most made-up theory
Wow,
ever. It's like planning for the
interesting.
future.
Yeah.
How you going to plan for the future, right?
Right.
So you're like,
Totally,
oh, you know,
agree.
I want to move to Kentucky. I want to be a leathersman, right? But then, boom, you hit the lottery. Are you still going to Kentucky?
You can't predict the future, really,
Right.
you know?
Somebody else can make them saddles.
Yeah.
You know, so I'd say control the chaos. When everything feels uncertain, you know, you can get to your little journal book, right?
Yeah.
You could say, oh, tomorrow's going to be a new day, right? But that's not going to be the case. I'm telling you guys, make today that day. if
I'm
you
such
take
a
one
fan
thing
of
from me.
journals, though. I will
You
geek
do
out.
love them. But what do
love-
you write in the journal? Like what happened yesterday? What's
so
going
I
on
have
tomorrow?
my own journal, guys. Check it out, Dream Nudge. And what I do is I have a system. So I plan out what you think a year from now. I'll give you a journal. So yeah, you'll love. He's gonna become a journal.
I'm gonna be
like
journaling.
fan after Dream
I got to
Nudge.
grow my hair out.
So yeah. So all right, you plan your year out. Your 9 months out, 6 month, 3 month, 1 month, week,
Yeah.
day by day, and then every day you wake up, I have people do like imagination meditation, so you visualize, you know, where you want to be. Michael Jordan did it.
Wow.
A lot of athletes, you know, it's the mental gym, and then your gratitude, and what else? Oh yeah, you're gonna love it. I'm getting you a dream.
Okay,
Nudge.
so you plan out what you want.
Yeah.
3 months, people
then
screaming in New York. 6 months, people screaming in New York. That sounds like a good plan.
It feels good, honestly, and if that takes you further, it might, you know.
I want to learn how to play marbles. That might be a thing. I always had tons
All
of
right,
marbles
1
I
month
never
goal.
played.
I'm checking in on you in a week. If you did the micro step,
Okay,
of
micro step
watching
juggling.
one video, did you learn marbles?
Okay.
Okay, I'm checking in on
All
him.
right. We'll
Accountability.
talk about it on the next episode.
Yeah.
What else do we got? Hollabob, this is a closing thought.
yeah,
What do we got for our closing thought?
Ooh,
You're allowed to reinvent yourself.
Yeah.
You could reinvent yourself.
yeah.
But you're also allowed to just
continue.
Maybe you don't need to start over. Maybe you're not broken. Maybe it's just the
Aw.
progress,
Yeah,
right?
I love that.
You'll always be who you are at the core, right?
Yeah, you're not broken. Everybody just stop avoiding and just deal. You know what I mean? Just deal
Yeah.
with it.
Live in the moment.
Yeah.
That's a big reason that when people think about the future too much,
Yeah.
then they don't deal with it because they're like, oh, I could
No.
deal with that next week.
Yeah, exactly. You know
Try to
those
live in the
people that
moment.
always got a new hairdo. It's kind of like that. And I notice when I'm changing my hair too much, like I used to dye it a lot. It's like, okay, I'm just avoiding my life. Like
Yeah.
platinum blonde will not save you.
Right.
Like, you know.
If anything, different hairs probably make it harder. When you had
Yeah.
red hair, did you notice a difference?
I actually did, and people treated me differently. Like
Yeah.
it's like everything connected when I had red hair. It
I
was
remember
weird.
the red hair.
Yeah, but you know I'm a cool tone. I can't be wearing copper. You know.
You know, I'm
cool
making the
tone.
change. Matter of fact, we're going to make it today. Here we go. Hey,
Woo.
Siri, how do you play marbles?
Micro step, yes. And everybody, let's give Dominic a round of applause.
Yeah.
For the celebration. to celebrate your progress is so important. Honestly,
Wait, hold on.
like,
There's 101 ways to play marbles.
Are you serious?
I got a lot of homework to do. Make a ring the shape of a circle. That's pretty
Wait,
easy.
what are we doing?
You make a ring the shape of a circle.
Okay.
You pick your shooter, and usually bigger than the rest. So you want a big marble, and then you and your friend put each other the same number of marbles in the circle, and you take turns knocking down, shooting each other's marbles out of the ring. Oh, wow, that's pretty cool.
That's so cool. All right, so we're gonna have a bag of marbles.
Yeah.
And yeah. All right, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Good afternoon, Planet Earth. We love you. Please like, subscribe, and support our show. You're amazing.
Bye.
Bye.
All right, cool. We did it.
That's perfect. Sure. Woo.